If you don't judge my gold chains, I'll forget the iron chains. Well, sir, I would put it to you that I don't judge your gold chains, and you won't let me go. And the lyric goes on, baby, baby, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, even Tom Petty had a laid-back California rocker. Yes, he's been known to play up his southern roots. He's originally apparently from Florida with the use of the Confederate flag. In a video for his 1985 song Rebels, Petty and the Heartbreakers perform in front of a huge Confederate flag. The video was shot during Petty's Pack Up the Plantation tour. Oh, yes, supporting his album Southern Accents, although there's a certain subtlety to the song, the protagonist is not exactly heroic. Such a prominent imagery shows that the Confederate flag itself was not as toxic as it may be today. Also in the 80s, singer Billy Idol, a Brit, of course, brandished a guitar with a Confederate flag image on its body for his hit, Rebel Yell. Black folks, this is music marketing. Well, Old Miss. How about we talk about Old Miss? Why the hell not?
Yes.
Yeah, sports is also the type of pop culture, too, with deeply rooted emotions, which posed a problem for the University of Mississippi some 20 years ago. The school's athletic mascot is the Rebels, depicted by a Southern character named Colonel Reb, who's often seen against the backdrop of the Confederate flag. Fans wave such flags en masse at football games. Football coaches complained that they couldn't effectively recruit players to Ole Miss with the stigma of the flag. Most of the good players in football are black, and we can't get them. Well, in the mid-90s, the school distanced itself from the flag. By 1998, it had effectively banned the flags from the stadium. Colonel Reb was also retired in 2003 and still sits jobless and homeless. There you go. You see all the shit that the Confederate flag has caused.
Yes.
It's all the damn flag's fault. It's got nothing to do with that white guy with the Forrest Gump hairdo that went in and... All right, well, not Forrest Gump. The Dumb and Dumber guy. I don't remember.
Yes.
What the hell is his... I just call him Dumb. You know. I always, sort of equate the Jeff Daniels character to Dumber.
Yes.
So, yeah. There you go. Well, the Confederate flag news is not over. Of course not. No, because all kinds of shit is going down. Yes, everything from bathing suits to knives. Confederate flag merchandise online. Oh, wait. Sales are booming. Well, in the aftermath of the, of course, racially charged massacre of 9 black worshipers, maybe.
Yes.
Nobody's ever asked this question. Maybe he just went in there because he had his gun, South Carolina.
Yes.
Why not? Okay. Maybe he just went into the church, spent an hour trying to convince at least one of these black people to come out and help him with car troubles. He's not sitting there listening to the prayers.
Yes.
No, he was probably in there trying to get help for his car,
yes.
And nobody would frickin' do it because he's a whitey. Words got exchanged, things elevated, and boom, 9 dead black people. Yeah. Now that kind of scenario, Gilbert,
yes.
that seems a little more realistic to me.
Yes.
Well, anyway, in the aftermath of that racially charged massacre of 9 black worshipers in Charleston, South Carolina last week, major retailers Walmart and Sears announced that they would stop selling items depicting the Confederate flag, and they're so damn sorry for killing those 9 black people. And on Tuesday afternoon, heading them off at the pass, the online marketplace eBay said that it would ban the sale of Confederate flags and many items containing its image. We're good, too. We're sorry we killed them. Well, Amazon, however, is reporting record sales. Well, HTLA took a look at the types of items bearing the Confederate flag that can be found for purchase online. Its use is widespread. This morning, a search for Confederate flags on eBay. Oh, yes, the ones who said that they're going to ban sales immediately. Well, the searches on eBay yield tens of thousands of results falling under cell phones and accessories, sporting goods, jewelry, watches, crafts, computers, even pet supplies. A similar search on Amazon yielded nearly 3 million results.
Always with a female and having a relationship, married or single, it's always better that they do the leaving. Yeah. If you do the leaving, it creates that lingering thing. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the show, Louie. Yes, 3 million results. Here are a few of the examples of some of the items we found online that feature the Confederate flag, of course. Pocket knives. They seem to be a particular favorite for those purchasing items with Confederate flags. On Amazon, the Born Free, Die Free 100% Rebel Confederate folding knife runs for $10.99 and is commonly purchased with a Confederate flag belt buckle.
Yes.
And hey, girls, you might have to drop those pants, but don't worry, the red flag bikinis. Yes, Amazon and eBay both have two-piece string bikinis that are made out of the Confederate flag patterns. Yes, the bathing suits run for around $30 and are also male board short options as well. So, guys, no inequality there. You're included, too. Yes. And hey, how about drinking games and accessories?
Yes.
Well, the Confederate flag is pasted on shot glasses, koozies, belt buckles with bottle openers. The General Lee beer pong table used to play drinking games sells currently for $165 on eBay. Yeah. Oh, but we won't stop there. We've got jewelry and accessories, too, coming up next here on the Coffee and Cigarette Shopping Club. So, that's right. When it comes to wearing the flag, people aren't lacking in options. Some of the top hits for Confederate flag-themed jewelry are body piercings, rings, earrings, and watch faces. And eBay's got an ass load. Yeah, starting at $7 and up.
Yes.
But is that it? Is that all? Hell no. No, we've got Confederate flag blankets and bedroom sets, from throw pillows to comforter sets. Confederate flag bedroom gear is very popular on Amazon. The $32.99 queen-size comforter has a 4-star rating. Yes, one review said it's toasty warm blanket bedspread for any Confederate flag lover and black hater. There it is. Well, you want to keep your black hate warm.
Yes.
And is that it, Crash? Well, hell no. I've got Confederate flag entire vehicle wraps and decals. That's right. Come on down, get your flag decals. They range from small Confederate flags with the word rebel stamped across the flag to decals of scantily clad women. Yeehaw! Yes, donning the flag, of course. They typically run as low as $3, but at eBay, they have several $60 Confederate flag options that cover your entire window. There's even a number of companies on eBay offering entire vehicle wraps, wrapping your car for $3,000. See, now, I think if that roof guy had actually showed up at the church with an entire vehicle wrap, you might have a case for the Confederate flag ban. And you're sitting there, Gilbert, you're going, geez, that's got to be it, right, Crash?
Yes.
Oh no, we're moving into our pet supply line. Yes, that's right. Pet supplies, from leash sets to dog clothing, pet tags. eBay and Amazon both have a slew of items bearing Confederate flags for your little white loving pets. I am not even kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But hey, it's okay.
Yes.
It is okay. And I'm telling you why. Because we finally reached our last story of the day.
Yes.
And it is about a black man doing well financially. So all you white haters out there, you black-loving folk, don't you get so hard on this show, because we're all about celebrating black successes. No, Gilbert, no, seriously, man, we are. There's just, like, next to none of them. Don't you give me that look, Louie. Well, that's right. In our final story today on Coffee and Cigarettes, we got a story about Magic Johnson adding a life insurance company to his financial empire. That's right. Retired basketball superstar Earvin Magic Johnson just added a $14.5 billion life insurance company to his growing businesses and sports empire. Yes, today, MJE, which Johnson founded back in 1987, said it's completed its planned acquisition for a majority of controlling interest in Equitrust Life Insurance Company, which manages $14.5 billion annuities, life insurance, and other financial products. MJE acquired roughly 60% in Equitrust from Guggenheim Partners, a New York-based, white and largely Jewish financial group. Yes, and they bought that giant Equitrust in 2011. The financial terms were not disclosed. MJE announced plans to buy a stake in Equitrust back in January of 2014. Paul Miller, the White Life Insurance Company's chief operating officer, well, he attributed the delay to those lazy-ass black people. Now, over the years, MJE has amassed a small empire of investments in sports teams, entertainment assets, restaurants, and other businesses. MJE's growing portfolio includes a stake in the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have... oh, no, you just got season tickets.
Yes.
An investment in Hero Ventures, the company behind the Marvel Experience, a theme park attraction featuring Marvel's famous heroes and villains.
Yes.
A stake in the Los Angeles Sparks Women's National Basketball Association team.
Yes. A
Comcast channel called Aspire, which celebrates the African American experience. An investment in Vibe Holdings, of course, that New York-based magazine and television company that focuses on the urban market or black market. And under MJE's ownership, Guggenheim will continue to manage money for Equitrust because you just can't trust a black man. It's unclear whether Guggenheim continues its own stake in Equitrust. Miller declined to comment, of course, for fear of, repercussions. Well, in announcing the Equitrust investment on Tuesday, Johnson gave a shout-out to Mark Walter, Guggenheim co-founder and CEO, calling him an amazing white business partner. Friend and a true community supporter. Johnson, who played point guard for the LA Lakers National Basketball Association team, has done business with Guggenheim before, including joining the investment firm on the record $2 billion deal to buy the LA Dodgers baseball team back in 2012. Earlier this month, Johnson announced he will join the board of Square, yes, the payments company founded by Twitter, co-founder Jack Dorsey. Dorsey was recently appointed as interim CEO of Twitter amid shareholder grumblings over outgoing CEO Dick Costolo. I don't know why that's the big deal, Gilbert. I say dick all the time on this show.
Yes.
And I guess to kind of round a few other things out here, we do have some other mentions today.
Yes.
Of course, the beloved Dick Van Patten. Yes, somehow they've got him in a picture as the captain of the Love Boat, but of course we know that was Gavin MacLeod. That's the photo they're using. I guess that was like one of those precast camera tests or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. But he didn't get that job. Maybe. Oh no! Wait.
Yes.
There was a Love Boat. Maybe it was the pilot he did. You think? I think it was. Yeah. Mr. Movie and Television History there.
Yes.
Well, anyway, Dick Van Patten dies at 86, and I know for a fact, he was the dad in 8 Is Enough, because I was raised on 8 Is Enough. So, he has, thankfully died and doesn't have to deal with any more of this black shit. But, of course, we all do. Yes, and, I guess it's time for this little bigot to take his show off the air. Yeah. Let's play this little bigot.
Yes.
This little bigot.
The music is fantastic.
Oh, you like that?
Oh, you got to hear it.
I just made it up. Yeah.
And I think there were complaints about it.
Oh, yeah, we're totally screwed now. Well, that is it, gang. We are done and out of here for another day. I want to thank the one, the only Louis Lawless for being here again today. It's absolutely a joy having you again, sir.
Sex is only the tip of the iceberg.
I think that's what you said at the start of the show. Yeah. Also, thank you to the one, the only Gilbert Gottfried for being here again today.
Thank you for listening and support the show for the love of God.
Okay. I'd like to thank the show sponsors, of course, PreSonus. Check them out, PreSonus.com, for everything in professional audio, digital, or analog. That's where you go, PreSonus.com. Also, I'd like to thank Tim Hortons, New York City. There are 8 fine locations in the city to serve all your coffee and baked goods needs. Tim Hortons, always fresh. And, Gilbert, you have a comedy show you're doing tonight. Well, there you go, gang. There it was. Yes, that, man, don't you just love internet radio? God, they got some real losers on there, don't they? What's that, Jenny? Oh, you didn't play other people's podcast today. You played our show from yesterday. Okay. Well, yeah, isn't it nice to know that you can come here and get some good radio programming compared to that crap we just played? Oh, okay, that was an epic fail. Hey, welcome to the show, gang. That's right, got a big one for you today. HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk with your coffee and cigarettes, the Wednesday Grinder. Oh, yeah, we're grinding Wednesday, aren't we? Isn't it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, so let's start grinding, Jenny. Get over here. Oh, right, you got to push the buttons and make us go. Well, she's going to do that. Have no fear. And got a good show for you today. Sure. Absolutely. It's the Wednesday Grinder. I got to have something good to take you guys all out of your midweek humdrums or whatever the hell you want to call it. What do I have today? Well, hey, today on the big show, there's simply too much to list. Everything must go. That's right. We're selling it, just like the rebel flag at Amazon.com. We've got everything today from the New York Killer's manhunt to Lake Mead and the impending water crisis for us in North America. Yeah, that's going to suck. I'll have to drink more bourbon. Also, we got the Boston bomber sentencing, homosexuals all over the damn place. It's going to be a barn burner today, so hey, come on in and grab a cup, have a seat, and light one up, gang. It's coffee time. Thank you. There we go, yeah. What's going on, gang? Well, I don't know what's going on, well, in most places, but I do know what's going on in some places, including, yes, the Spreaker.com live chat room right now, where we've got the women of HTLA. Yes, the two radio hotties, the one, the only, Devlon Crawford and Sharon Chesley are in the house today, along with the incredible Aaron, who in his 60s will have a midlife Caitlin. Yes, this just in. Yes, reporting live from the chat room. If you'd like to get in that chat room and hang out with the superstars of Spreaker, you can do that by going over to Spreaker.com, searching up HTLA Radio 1. Get your ass in here now, because HTLA's promotions director, Apocalypse, is now in the house as well. Welcome to the show, gang. What do we got? Oh, yes. Well, in the booth today, pushing the buttons for us, making us go, is, of course, the one, the only, Jenny McCartney. Yes, not to be confused with Jenny McCarthy, the Playboy Playmate. No, don't do that, because she's better. Yes, she's only 22. And Jenny McCarthy's 42. You know what I'm saying. Come on, stick with me here. Damn it, people. Well, she is pushing the buttons, of course, on that PreSonus 2442 digital broadcast mixer, brought to us by the fine folks at Tim Hortons, of course. But hey, no, Tim Hortons didn't do it. PreSonus did. That's right. Check them out for everything in audio. Whether you're looking for digital or analog, it's PreSonus.com, gang. Check them out. Also, today we are, of course, brought to you by the fine folkies at Tim Hortons, New York City. Yes, now with those 8 locations in the city to serve your coffee and baked goods needs. You want to get down there and get some, because, hey, it's always fresh at Tim Hortons. That's right. And actually, I was doing a look on the old website there the other day. Man, they're cropping up new Tim Hortons locations all over the Northeast here. And it's not going to be long before they're coming to a place near you. Although, it just kind of hit me now, if we're going to have a water crisis and there's going to be severe water shortages like there's going to be in some of our stories today, they're not going to be making too many coffee or donuts. So, yeah, I'll move on. Moving on today, of course, we do have to, introduce to you the fine guest/co-hosts on the lovely show today, because, let's face it, you're not all just here to sit and listen to me. So, coming to us live from Millbay Studios in beautiful downtown Millbay, British Columbia, Canada. If you've never been there, you're not missing anything. The one, the only, Louis Lawless coming to us. Are you there, sir?
You love to do that kind of stuff. You always did. And put your name up there and dress in different stuff. So fantastic. If I can be of any help, let me know. So what's the email address? Great to have you here. Email address? I don't know what you're talking about. That was a mistake on my part.
Okay. All right. Well, yes, he is an Academy Award-nominated director for so many things it's not funny. I don't think you ever worked on 8 is Enough, did you?
Yeah, we were 5 steps away from winning the Academy Award.
Right.
And we didn't.
Right. 8 is Enough? Did you ever do 8?
Sex is only the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, yes, I know. You've said that before.
Can we cuss? Can I cuss as I always do on the show?
You go right ahead. I keep telling you. I tell you every single day. Jenny's got you on the 20-second delay there. Actually, she's got us all in 20-second delay, because you never know what the hell I'm going to say. So you're good to go.
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Okay, well, fine. I'll move the hell on then. Jesus Christ, what a nice jerk.
Yeah.
And as you can, of course, tell by that, the one and only Gilbert Gottfried is coming to us about 8 blocks down the street from Studio 2 here in Manhattan. in his lovely, sprawling, evangelistic apartment.
Yes.
That's it. It's very evangelistic. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Gilbert, you, I don't know, you've been on the show now for, months and months.
Yes.
Do you think you can give us a proper introduction today?
And this is, I that up.
Jesus Christ. Can you, go with the Gwyneth Paltrow thing again.
Hi, I'm Gilbert Gottfried. Of course, I had to say that up front because a lot of you are probably looking at this going, oh, look, it's Gwyneth Paltrow. How'd they get her to do it?
That's more the stuff. There you go. Oh, and there is speculation, of course, in the Spreaker.com live chat room, of course.
Yes.
Speculation that they heard a Zippo. That is correct, Aaron. You, oh, yeah. There it is. That's it. The official HTLA Zippo lighter. There you go. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that we are the only radio station on the planet with our own Zippo. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to I'm going to do that, actually.
I remember being on your radio show in Chicago.
Yeah, because I had one in Chicago, you idiot. Hate to break it to you, but I'm just not that important. Yeah. But, what are you going to do, right? You're going to live in that shoe, and we're going to get on with all the goodness we've got for everybody today.
How many different families do you have?
Are you drinking, Louie? What? I don't get what you're talking about there.
And I finally figured out how to edit.
Okay. All right. Okay. This is really going great.
Everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a hell of a way to start the show. There you go. Welcome to HTLA's All Kinds of Wrong. And, of course, today is All Kinds of Wrong because of all the homosexual news.
Yes.
We've got nothing but.
Bullshitters, never keep your mouth shut, always hustling, always looking for something to do and putting things together. That's the fucking American. Look how they took the country away from England.
No, I don't think we beeped that one, Jenny. Yeah. Well, anyway, moving along today, of course, we do have a lot of stuff to cover, so we better get to covering it here. So if you'll be so kind, Mr. Gottfried, to allow me to carry on, and you'll do that? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
And now I have to bring up that piece of trivia that everyone feels like they're telling people that they don't know.
Do we need to go there right now? Do we?
No, Frank and I were talking that your mother was in a movie.
She was, yeah, The Bride of Frankenstein. We've covered this. And I wasn't in a movie. No. I know. It's fine. I understand that. It's okay, really.
Yes.
It's almost time for the commercial. Can I start the show now? Yeah? Is that okay with wow, you
break for a commercial.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's the professionalism that I respect. Yeah. Well, moving along today, of course, in our first story on the big show here is, of course, the New York escapees and the manhunt and the DNA cabin and the debauchery and sex in the laundry room.
Yes.
And, of course, the poor husband in the center of it all with nothing. But the one thing that we haven't told you about as of yet is, of course, the pretty much non-happenings of today.
Yes.
Yeah. And we do have some non-happenings today on this New York killer's case.
Yes.
And should I get into it?
It's about fucking time. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I'm going to do. And that's just the way it is. Yeah. All right, well, today, more than 1,000 heavily armed officers searching 75 square miles of rugged terrain in New York's Adirondack Mountains today as the manhunt for those two escaped killers spilled into its 19th day with nothing but lewd sex stories from the laundry room in the prison. Well, searchers today focused on an area around a seasonal cabin in Franklin County where boots and other personal items believed to belong to the men were seized. And yes, good old State Police Major Charles Guess, of course, still will not discuss DNA testing done on the items in the cabin, but said searchers had virtually 100% assurance that the men were in the area Saturday. Well, Guess warned, however, there are no guarantees that escapees Richard Matt, 48, and David Sweat, 35, are still in the primary search area. No, and if you listen to me, you idiots, you'd know they're in Texas drinking cervezas. But what the hell do I know?
Yes.
Right. Well, they could easily move 10 miles per day on trails if unimpeded, Guess said. Yeah, if they're idiots and just walking around. Geez, heaven forbid we steal a car or something.
Yes.
Drive down to Texas and get those beers. but of course.
Yes.
What the hell do I know? Right. Well, yes, they could move that 10 miles a day, of course. 10 miles a day. Well, wait a minute. Human beings' walking pace is what, 3 miles an hour?
Yes.
So what, they're just walking 2.5, 3.5 hours a day? What? No. Law enforcement is retarded. They're just retarded.
Power, that's why power is corrupt.
No. Stop, you old idiot. No. Look, Louis, there's no corruption. They're escaped prisoners, and law enforcement are retarded. Simple. It's not that... God. Now, Louis, before we go on, do you have anything competent, credible to add to this story about the escaped New York killers whatsoever?
I lived in Greenwich Village for a while when I first started out as an actor.
That's what I thought. Yeah, so apparently these two idiots can only walk 10 miles a day because,
yes.
Right. So, Guess also said that at least 2 possible sightings by residents since Saturday in the area, about 20 miles west of the Clinton Correctional Facility, were Matt and Sweat. Yes. But they're false alarms. Well, he said police have received more than 2,200 leads, and we have investigated each and every one. Well... yeah, that's why you're all still searching up in the Adirondacks, and these guys are in Texas drinking beer. That's why. Well, on Tuesday, Clinton County Prosecutor Andrew Wiley said Matt and Sweat were aided in the escape by hacksaw blades and other tools passed to them inside ground beef by prison tailor Joyce Mitchell. Yes, that dirty girl that likes it front and behind. Wiley told WPTZ-TV, Mitchell, who has been charged with aiding the breakout, put the meat in a tailor shop refrigerator and asked a guard to give the hamburger to Matt and Sweat. Yeah, that seems like pretty much status quo at the prison. Yeah. Oh, what? You want me to give these inmates this ground beef? Oh, yeah, okay, seems legit. Well, the guard who delivered the meat, yes, moron Gene Palmer, Well, he was placed, of course, on administrative leave last week. He told investigators he did not know that the meat contained contraband, and why would I search it?
Yes.
Oh, wait, I just said that. That's my job. Never mind. End quote. Yes. Well, Wiley said, Mitchell has said that he believes Palmer, or she believes Palmer, was not aware of these smuggled tools. Palmer has not been charged, his attorney says. Matt and Sweat fled Clinton Correctional Facility in Denmore on June 6th by cutting through metal walls, some pipes and tunnels, and then crawling out of a manhole blocks outside the prison walls. It was the first escape from a maximum security prison in 150 years. And I would submit to you that she's probably got cutting torches and cement saws and all kinds of other things that were in that ground beef, too. Yeah. So there they are. They're still out on the run.
Yes.
And, well, no, they're not running. They're kicking back. I think probably at one of the Texas Hiltons. I think that's...
They get crazy because all of a sudden nobody loves them.
I'm just not going to respond to him anymore.
Yes.
We'll just...
I need to try and raise $25,000 to enter in the Academy Awards, and I think it's a fantastic risk because we have a tremendous chance.
Oh, yeah.
There's about 200 members that vote on it, and they all get. You have to give them a DVD now.
Jenny, mute him. Holy shit. We'll just tell them it's like technical difficulties or something.
Yes.
Well, now we got to move from one crisis to another.
Yes.
Oh, wait. The first one isn't a crisis. It's stupidity in action. Yes, but the real crisis, of course, is Lake Mead. Yeah. Lake Mead, Gilbert.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you care?
Same thing.
As the New York Killers? Okay. Man. Maybe we ought to put Gilbert on mute, too. Well, anyway, I'll go on with the damn show. You idiots do whatever you want.
Yes.
How about that? Yes, Lake Mead sunk to a record low last night, falling below the point that would trigger a water supply shortage if the reservoir does not recover soon. Water managers expect the lake's level to rebound enough to ward off a 2016 shortage thanks to a bit wetter than expected spring. Well, I guess we just asked that prison chick. She knows all about that. Yes, thanks to that wetter than expected spring. But in the long run, as the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation spokeswoman said, quote, we still need a lot more water.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. The reservoir stores water for parts of Arizona, Southern California, Southern Nevada, and Northern Mexico. Oh, yes, let's give it to the Mexicans. Yeah, that's... all of which who have endured a 15-year drought that continues today. The U.S. Bureau of Reclamation will announce the 2016 shortage in August if it projects Lake Mead won't rise above 1,075 feet by January. Estimates are updated in the middle of every month. This month's report forecasts an improved outlook. So what the frick is the crisis? Well, Tuesday's record low, registering that 1,074 feet, signals that the Colorado River water users consume more than the river provides, said Water Policy Manager Drew Beckwith of the Western Resource Advocates, a nonprofit environmental law and policy organization. This is the check engine light, Beckwith said. It really does make critical the fact that we have to start changing. Well, many more are following with Bruce Jenner, and... I think if we see enough men change into women, that should solve the water problem.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, for Las Vegas, the record reinforces the need for a nearly $1.5 billion project to tap deeper into Lake Mead. The Southern Nevada Water Authority soon will complete a 3-mile tunnel that will suck water from an 860-foot elevation level. The plan also includes a pumping station. You get that girl from the prison to go there. Well, the Water Authority's current straws glean water from 1,050 feet and 1,000 feet. Lake Mead stands less than 1,075 feet today, leaving the first straw just 25 feet away from pulling in air. Yeah, it's kind of like what we do here. Leaders launched the third intake project about 10 years ago, seeking to reach better quality water at deeper depths. Water closer to the surface is warmer and requires more treatment to bring it to drinking quality, says Bronson Mack, spokesman for the Water Authority. Drought or no drought, the Colorado River is over-allocated, Beckwith said. Lower basin states take more than the river system can sustain. The upper basin, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming, hasn't used its full allocation for years, which has kept the problem at bay because the excess is sent to Lake Mead. But that setup won't last. The drought has just hastened that reality, he said. Western states are working together to start chipping away at the problem. Major river users agreed last year to leave hundreds of thousands of acre-feet of water in Lake Mead by 2017 they otherwise would take. The Central Arizona Project's share is 345,000 acre-feet, or the equivalent of more than 170,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. And who wants to drink that? Well, Arizona's water-saving strategies include offering incentives for farmers in Yuma to leave some citrus fields fallow for farmers in central Arizona to cut back on their water consumption. Phoenix is also tapping into banked waters behind the Roosevelt Dam on the Salt River to offset some of its usual consumption directly from the Colorado River. The Salt River flows into the Gila River, which flows into the Colorado at Yuma. I bet you feel smarter for knowing that now.
Yes.
There you go. Central Arizona project officials have said the measure is just the beginning in a slate of solutions that river users will need to address the long-term drought problems. Arizona is banked water and enacted regulations to protect residents into major metro areas from draconian cuts of a 2016 or 2017 shortage is declared. But agriculture would take a further 50% cut from Central Arizona's project, which brings Colorado River water to the state. The stake is not solely in the Southwest's water supply either, but the health of ecosystems surrounding the river and economies that depend on the Colorado River. The river attracts 5.36 million adults a year for recreation, sports, sports. Yeah. No. How about supports?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sports. Yes, it supports 250,000 jobs and generates $26 billion in economic impact, according to a 2012 survey for Protect the Flows, an organization that seeks to protect the river and promote prostate health. Well, many municipalities and desert cities already have made major cutbacks. Las Vegas residents use 30% less water and have supplemented that with alcohol than they did just 10 years ago. Phoenix residents have cut back by 27% in 20 years. In the Phoenix area, several cities have offered rebate programs for lawn removals and the efficient appliances for years. Or more efficient, thank you, appliances for years. I'm just like, well, well, we need to grow in a way that recognizes that we have a limited water supply. That means that all of the new homes that are built should not be importing landscaping preferences from Kentucky or the Midwest, Beckwith says. If you want that stuff, move to Kentucky or the Midwest. Yeah. And so there it is. And just looking at this thing here, I think, well, of course, I'm not a scientist.
Yes.
But I'm just looking at these charts and graphs that are accompanying this story, and I'm looking at the downfall.
Yes.
And I'm looking at consumption rates into the future with increased population rates, percentages and percentiles based on a lot of the economic problems with I'm looking at the whole thing. We're going to be dead in 2022. That's just it. We're going to be dead, period.
Yes.
All right, so there that is, and hey, time to go for that first commercial break because, of course, we're late as always. And, well, I think if we actually subtract your laugh track, Gilbert, we'd probably save about 10 minutes each segment on the show. Yeah. But we're not going to do that because, hey, everybody comes to listen to you laugh.
Yes.
There you go, see? Yeah, so we're going to go for our 2-minute break. When we come back, and don't go anywhere, though, we've got the Freddie Gray autopsy report there. We now know what killed him, and it wasn't white people back in 2.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons. Always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice Body Spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
I stood outside assessing the situation. I knew it could be rough in there, but how rough, there was no way to know for sure.
Hey, guys.
Daddy, it's pink!
But hey, a new house, it's a blank canvas, and we got a great one, thanks to a really low mortgage rate from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Pink?
So she's a princess. You got a problem with that?
Hoorah! Hoorah!
4 million members, 4 million stories. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from
what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
You've got it locked to HTLA Radio 1, New York.
I am in bed! I love to dance the tango!
Oh, you're just an absolute freak of nature. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to call you. That's
the famous story about Jerry Lee Lewis. You heard that story, haven't you?
What, you're still
sitting
here?
behind his desk at Paramount, talking with big executives and TV people, and all of a sudden the chick pops up underneath, wipes off her mouth, and walks out the door, and Jerry doesn't bat an eye.
Yeah, that's great, Louis. That's a... Oh, yeah, for those of you just joining us, that's a blowjob story. Yeah. It sounded better when President Clinton tells it.
Yes.
Yeah, but what the hell are you going to do? Hey, welcome back to the big show today. Your coffee and cigarettes Wednesday grinder on HTLA Radio 1, New York's best talk. And hey, did you know you can go to NewYorksBestTalk.com and actually see the new website?
Yes.
I wasn't talking to you.
Bullshitters, never keep your mouth shut.
Shut up. I swear, I'm putting Louis in the Arnold Schwarzenegger category of guest now. Welcome back to the big show today. Of course, the one, the only Jenny McCartney, former social media goddess, loved by all, but no more than Greg Howe. Yeah, she's in the booth today, pushing those buttons, making the show go, and, well, indeed, not muting Louis Lawless. not. Oh, Christ.
But I love every second of it.
Well, that's why you do this for free, you little imp. Welcome back to the show. Of course, there's been a lot of commentary over the commercial break there.
Yes.
When I mentioned that when we come back, we're going to release the autopsy results of Freddie Gray, of course, the Negro that caused all that problem. Oh, I'm sorry. We can't say Negro anymore because the U.S. Army was made to take that out of the regulation book.
Yes.
Then in 1963, the U.S. Army was made to put in African American in the regulation book.
Yes.
And, well, about 6 months ago, that was no longer good. They had to take African American out. So now it's just nigger. Yes, so there we go. That's the official word from the U.S. Army. They're a bunch of niggers. There you go. Gilbert, give me some Cary Grant.
Hey, yo, Joe, hey.
There we go. See, now, if you're going to break up the N-word, there's no better distraction than to throw up a Gottfried. Tell us about your experiences doing radio.
I've been on enough radio shows to know that in the middle of an answer, the guy is like checking the boards and looking over notes and talking to other people.
Yeah.
Yes. See? Now you're impressed.
Yeah. Well, he might be. I'm not. And Louie, I know. You're suffering now completely from Alzheimer's and dementia, but he's also been getting into some legal problems as of late.
Yes.
Was recently, I believe, thrown out of a theater. What was that?
I nearly got kicked out of a theater. I can't remember what I saw about 2 weeks ago because I was booing and screaming.
Yeah. Nutbag, yeah, of course. Well, by popular request, we've had it coming. Well, it's never really gone away.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear Jenny say Russian crap, and so we'll let her say some Russian crap before. No, after our NAACP obligations are fulfilled. Yes. So without further ado, we've got a nigger in the air. That's right, the one, the only Brock Favors bringing us the Coffee and Cigarettes afternoon traffic. Brock, are you there?
Hello, everybody out there. This is Brock Favors with Traffic on the Ones. Chad Armstrong is out sick today, so I am filling in for my usual land reports, and I'm up here at the chopper, but I got to tell you guys, I am loving the view. Oh, my God! Oh! No, stop! Oh! Whew. All right. Well, we are over the 10. It is massively clogged down there like a pint of maple syrup on a cool November morning. And we do. Oh, goddamn, we're gonna die in this mother. Oh my God! Woo! Okay. Okay, I am very sorry, folks. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride up here. We are now approaching the 405, where the left lane is blocked by a mattress. So somebody is going to be doing a little return to IKEA later today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, please! Oh, goddamn! Oh, get me out this motherfucking death machine right now! Oh, no, black people ain't meant to be in the sky! We ain't meant to be in the sky! Oh, mama, help me, mother. Oh, mama. With a 405 is up right now, ain't nobody going down this. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, folks. I'm very sorry, but I'm losing my up here.
Actually, you have every right to. We're about to crash.
Oh, yeah. There it is. And, of course, again today, for the 732nd time, HTLA would like to offer its condolences to the Negro family. Yes. Well, it's one less we have to worry about. Now, in keeping up with the show, of course, because
yes.
You know, we're not just posers here.
Yes.
You know, of course, the coffee is supplied by Tim Hortons, New York City.
Yes.
And Jenny's always make sure there's a pot on before we start the show.
Yes.
And you know, the mention earlier when Aaron was talking in the Spreaker.com, a live chat room, of course, and telling us about he thought he heard a Zippo.
Yes.
Well, you know, funny thing about this show, it's not called Coffee and Cigarettes because we like to do underwater basket weaving. No, it's not that. It's because we're all actually sitting here with, well, of course, our fine, yes, coffee brought to you by the fine folks at Tim Hortons in New York City.
Yes.
but also, because we do enjoy some finely hand-tooled Corinthian tobacconist products every day here. So we here we go. There we go. Yeah. See, we're risking our lives for you. And if you'll join me tonight at 9 o'clock,
Yes.
9 o'clock Eastern, of course, I'm going to do my other show that I like to do based on things named after what we actually do here. So join me at 9 p.m. tonight for Jacking Off to Porn Video. Yes. Yes, it's going to be a hell of a good show, and it's sure to, I don't know, cover a couple of walls.
Yes.
With gooey things that we won't mention. Yes. Right. But now, enough about my flying sperm. We need to get on to the show, of course, and the much highly anticipated, now that we've fulfilled our NAACP obligations to the niggers. We of course...
it's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Christ, I told you to mute him. I told you. Jenny, don't make me fire your ass and hire a negress. Don't make me do that. Yes, we do have to get, of course, to the Freddie Gray, autopsy findings.
Yes.
This is very important. Because this was, of course, the apparent reason for the Baltimore riots. Of course, we all know it was to steal a bunch of shit and sell it on eBay. But that's a good cigarette. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, so the autopsy results are in, so we bring them now to you. Well, I guess we won't have Brock Favors bring it to you. No, I'll have to do that myself. Brock is no more, at least till tomorrow at just before this time.
Yeah.
Yes. But the official results are in. Yes, Freddie Gray died of a high-energy injury in Baltimore. Gilbert.
Yes.
High-energy injury? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you want? Right there, it's proof it wasn't the white man. What? Well, yes, the black man who died in police custody in Baltimore in April, yes, all those months ago, died of a high-energy injury that likely happened when a police van in which he rode suddenly slowed down. Yes, according to an autopsy report obtained by the Baltimore Sun, Freddie Gray, 25, was arrested after a foot chase by police officers, suffered a severe spinal injury, and died a week later. Police said they chased Gray after he and another man spotted police and suddenly started running for no reason, running away. Well, Gray's death, of course, followed a line of incidents involving black men or teens dying in police custody, almost by arrangement.
Yes.
Yes, or by other citizens. And the incident sparked protests, of course, throughout Baltimore and throughout the country. Well, the autopsy was completed back on April 13th, but was not made public until today, because today serves the Monsanto agenda. And, of course, the medical examiner's office could not be reached yesterday or today, nor could the state's attorney, Marilyn Mosby, because she was in all kinds of conflict of interest. Yes. Yes. Well, I want to make it very clear that the state's attorney's office did not release the Freddie Gray autopsy report Mosby's statement read today. As I have repeatedly stated, I strongly condemned anyone with access to trial evidence who has leaked information prior to the resolution of this case to HTLA Radio 1 New York. Well, in the report that was obtained by the Sun, the medical examiner surmised that though Gray was loaded into the van on his belly, he may have gotten on his feet and been thrown into the wall during a quick change in direction. Well, I would submit to the court, no malicious intent, just Baltimore driving. Oh, yeah. Well, Mosby, the stupid negress, Well, she went out and charged 6 officers involved in the arrest and death, 1 with second-degree depraved heart murder, 3 more with manslaughter, and others with lesser charges. Defense attorneys told the Associated Press they had not yet received a report and would have no comment until HTLA could be validated. Of course. Well, Mosby's office was expected to turn the report over to defense on Friday, but, of course, we've got it here for you first.
Yes.
The defense attorneys told the Associated Press they believed that only Mosby's office and the medical examiner's office have copies of the report. Well, you go on believing that. Yeah, and again, I've said it then, and I said it again. It really, conspiracy, all this other shit she just dug up out of her big black bubble ass. Yeah, all that down with Whitey, kill Whitey.
Yes.
Oh, we got these 6 Whiteys now. They're going down. They did it. They did it. Let's riot. Let's kill. Oh, Whitey. Oh, wait, it was just a lane change. Well, in other effing asshole news today, we've, of course, got the Boston bomber apologizing to his victims with a heartfelt, I'm sorry. Sorry, that was my best sand spider on short notice.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, the Boston bomber apologizing to victims. Yes, Dokazar Sarniev apologized in court for participating in the April 2013 attack that killed 3 people and wounded hundreds. Sarniev, appearing in federal court in Boston where his death sentence was being formalized, said in a shaky voice that he was sorry for the suffering he had caused. He, of course, asked Allah to forgive him and his brother. Well, a jury decided 6 weeks ago that Sarniev should be executed for the 2013 terror attack that rocked Boston and the nation. The only suspense today was whether Sarniev, now 21, would apologize, explain why he committed the crimes, speak at all before Judge George O'Toole. Sarniev did not, of course, testify at his trial. Earlier, dozens of survivors and family members of Sarniev's victims took turns testifying at the hearing, although Sarniev's fate had already been determined. Bill Richard, the father of an 8-year-old Martin, said Sarniev could have refused to participate in this horrific attack and could have stopped his brother Tamerlan Sarniev as well. He could have changed his mind on the morning of April 15th, 2013, and walked away with a minimal sense of humanity and reported to authorities that his brother intended to hurt others, Richard said. Instead, he added, he chose hate, he chose destruction, he chose death. This is all on him. No, he chose Allah. It's the goddamn sand spiders, I'm telling you. As Hudson once said, they're coming out of the goddamn walls. Well, yes, he could have changed his mind, but nope. No, he didn't. Patricia Campbell, the mother of a woman killed in the bombings, was the first person, of course, to give a victim impact statement. She looked directly at her daughter's killer when she spoke. What did you do to my daughter? What you did to my daughter is disgusting. Yeah, I've had that before. But you don't see me on death row because I didn't do it for Allah.
Yes.
That's right. I did it because I'm a sick bawk. Well, Campbell, the mother of 29-year-old Christy Campbell, I don't know what to say to you. I think the jury did the right thing. The trial and sentencing brought back painful memories, of course, with jurors viewing recordings of the twin blasts as pressure cooker bombs exploded in the crowd near the finish line. The jury watched the mayhem that ensued as spectators and emergency personnel scrambled to aid the wounded. The trial also featured testimony from the families of the slain, including Richard and Campbell, the aunt of Linguzi Liu, 23, and the brother of Massachusetts Institute of Technology officer Sean Collier, who died at 26. Collier was fatally shot by Sarniev and his brother 3 days after the bomb. Wow. He was shot by 2 guys with one bullet. How do I... Yeah, it says right here, he was shot by Sarniev and his brother 3 days after the bombing. Wow, just to hell with physics. Yeah. Well, he died following the gunfight with the police officer after Collier's shooting. His brother was captured a short time later. The jurors weighed 12 aggravating factors against 21 mitigating factors in determining Dokazar Sarniev's sentence. They were charged to consider the suffering that Sarniev caused, his intent, his character, even whether or not he was remorseful. The jurors rejected defense efforts to depict Tamerlan as a mastermind of the attack, while the younger man was only following a charismatic, domineering sibling. Sarniev was convicted on all 30 counts and sentenced to death on 6 of them. O'Toole will sentence Sarniev on the other counts. The jury found him responsible for killing 4 people, seriously maiming 17 and injuring hundreds more. Massachusetts outlawed the death penalty in 1984, and no one has been executed in the state since 1947. But Sarniev was tried in a federal court where the death penalty remains, well, the drug of choice. It's that Pepsi generation.
Yes.
Well, gang, we're going to go for a second commercial break, but don't you go anywhere because, hey, when we come back, we've got homosexuals all over the place. No kidding. We actually do. They're just everywhere. They're coming out of the goddamn walls, too, and it's just all kinds of lovely homosexual fun coming up back in 2.
You've got it locked to HTLA Radio 1, New York.
Good morning. Welcome to Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where fresh always tastes better. What can I make you this morning?
How about our new flatbread breakfast paninis? Made fresh, just for you, with your favorite breakfast ingredients on maple or multigrain flatbread, then grilled to hot, melted perfection. Just $2.99. Who couldn't warm up to that?
Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop, where quality really does meet value.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other, to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis.
And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I stood outside assessing the situation. I knew it could be rough in there, but how rough, there was no way to know for sure.
Hey, guys.
Daddy, it's pink!
But hey, a new house, it's a blank canvas, and we got a great one, thanks to a really low mortgage rate from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Pink?
So she's a princess. You got a problem with that?
Hoorah! Hoorah! 4 million members, 4 million stories. Navy Federal Credit Union.
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce Dryer Bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Now, I remember sitting next to you on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I was flying out to L.A. to audition for some movie that I didn't get, which was fine. Because I remember I was reading the script, and you said to me, oh, what are you reading?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, it's some John Travolta comedy. Called The Expert.
Yes.
And it's about two young hip Americans who get kidnapped by Russian spies to teach them how to act like young hip Americans. And you, being a fortune teller, said, oh, that sounds like a piece of shit.
Well, it was, but the thing that you've told us this story several times.
Yes.
And the thing that okay, the thing that I don't get, okay,
yes.
and this is the thing. I don't know who was the casting director.
Yes.
But who, I'm not surprised you didn't get the part. Who would ever believe that you're a male or a female young hip American? Who's doing that? I don't know. Well, Louis, are you still awake? Are you happy to be here? What's your name?
It's just life, and I love doing it. I love doing these kind of stories anyway.
Oh, good. It's good to see you're still breathing. Yeah.
The music is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got to hear it.
I don't have to. I of course have to. I'm playing it right now. But yeah, that's mine. I made that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it should be short and sweet.
Well, okay, it's done now. That's not short enough. What? I don't know. It's.
Well, okay. I think. See, this is something like a lot of people don't understand, but I know you understand it. And like in, I think we both have that fascination of show business that it's a love-hate relationship.
I don't know how you. Well, okay. You know what? I actually I believe you. I think you're bang on that there, right there, and. Well,
Oh, no, I would say... Oh, go ahead.
Gee, thanks. No, I think it is. And, I love it when you do your Hervé Villachez Scent of the Woman thing.
Yes.
And your Cary Grant canter and all that good stuff. And the Jerry Lewis, directing Hervé Villachez.
Yes.
That's all great stuff. The thing I hate about it is when, you guys talk on the show. But what are you going to do? Right?
So, and here's various Irving villages in Centavon.
Oh, man.
Your name is Stephanie, because I smell the perfume,
Yeah.
and I hear the southern accent. Did you just salute to me, even though I'm blind?
Yes, there you go. You know, it, pound for pound, dollar for dollar, I say it every day.
Yes.
You can't get better entertainment for free. There you go.
Mr. T would be proud of you.
Mr. T, yes, that's...
You would have loved the guy. He never drank, never smoked, did drugs, nothing. He had only one obsession, and that was the women.
He just pitied the fool, and yeah.
If you think that you were clever with women, he wouldn't stand a candle with this guy.
No?
Or Muhammad Ali was another one with women. I did 2 films with him.
Yeah.
We would walk into. We were doing a big boxing movie with 200 or 300 people in the stand, and he walked in and had beside him stood his macho honcho, and those were all the Muslims in those days. They had those little thin ties and suits.
Yeah.
And he would point at the female, and he went and got him and gave him a note, and every 20 or 30 minutes they would go into his dressing room. But they were only talking about negotiations, I'm sure, right?
Oh, yeah, it's all about the business, yeah.
It's all about the business, yes.
That's the part I love about showbiz, yeah. Okay, now, before we carry on here, because I'm being, I don't know, henpecked or some goddamn thing by the topless one in the booth, of course, we need to play some of Jenny's Russian bits, of course, and...
yes.
Wouldn't it be nice if we go to a website somewhere and see her Russian bits? Wouldn't that be good? I'd love to see her bits, yeah. Well, okay, so Jenny, we'll go ahead and roll that clip then. This is Jenny saying good morning, I think, in Russian or something. I don't know. Yeah.
To say good morning in Russian, you would say Dobrое утро.
Mm-hmm.
Say it with me. Dobrое,
Dobrое.
good, утро,
Утро.
morning. Dobrое утро. Let's say it again. Dobrое утро. Dobrое утро. And that is how you say good morning in Russian.
Or in English, how we say, don't stick a dobro in your uterus. Yes. A dobro. I bet you didn't know that I knew that instrument existed, did
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Which woman are you married to or living with now?
I told you I'm banging Jenny. Yeah. I'm just going to stick to that.
Yes.
That's what I'm going to do. Well, hey, here we are, pissing around with all this back and forth talk.
Yes.
We've got so much gay news to get to. Yes, if you thought the sand spiders were bad enough,
yes.
Well, you'd be wrong. No. We got gay. We've got so much gay on the show today. George Takei is, well, he's going to be calling in. He's got to be here. He's got to be here. Yes, we do. We've got it. And what's all the hubbub about? Well, of course, we told you a couple of days ago about the Supreme Court and the decisions they're wrestling with right now, like a horny schoolboy. And well, the one of those issues, of course, that we told you about was, of course, gay marriage.
Yes.
And, the word's coming down soon. And Mark Farsis and Vic Holmes. Farsis and Holmes. I bet you're going to see a new crime-fighting duo film come out. Yes, Farsis and Holmes. Yes. Well, those two have sent out, quote, save-the-date cards and plunked down thousands of dollars for their, well, prospective November wedding. Yes, which promises to be, and this is just for you, Sharon, Texas-style big. Yes, Brittany Rowell and Jessica Harbuck, two girls that we'll never get to see naked or do anything with because they're gay. Well, they're busy laying down plans for a January wedding in Mississippi with traditional white dresses and all the trimmings. To which I would say, why wear a white dress if there's no black tux? Well, no, seriously, if you're going to break from tradition and be a little bitch and go out and get married to someone of the same sex and then try and, like, suck other people's kids out of an adoption agency... And we know you dirty little girls aren't virgins. What's this white dress crap, too? Why do you take... God damn it, I'm mad. Yeah, they're traditional dresses and all the frickin' trimmings. Well, Tim Love and Larry Yunza have reserved their church for an October wedding in Kentucky about the time of their 35th anniversary together. You know, if you've been together 35 years, isn't this a little stupid? Liz Nerdlinger and Erica Doty, two more girls we'll never see.
Yes.
It's sad, I tell you. We're losing more of them every day. Well, they've got their sights set on a wedding in an outdoor sculpture garden in Michigan next May. John Coffey and Ken Swafford were engaged last October in Tennessee and decided to marry in a year, regardless of what any laws say. If it had to be merely symbolic, they say, that would be sufficient. Well, why the frick isn't that good enough for the rest of you homos? What sets the five couples apart from your average wedding planners is a small impediment. They can't get married. Well, at least not yet anyway, but they're so confident that the Supreme Court will change that in the coming days that they are already making plans and spending money for that big day. If the court decides gays and lesbians have a constitutional right to marry, thousands of couples in the 13 states who are still without same-sex marriage will rush to local courthouses as soon as the doors are flung open by understanding, equality, and love. These couples are different. Some might seek marriage licenses immediately, but only as a safeguard against backpedaling by states that may try to sidestep the high court's ruling. That they really want, what they really want are old-fashioned weddings, and they're not waiting for the justices to act. Well, I would submit, Your Honor, if they're waiting for old-fashioned weddings, get a man! And if you are a man, here's a news flash, get a girl.
Yes.
Well, Ferris and Holmes, plaintiffs in a Texas, yes, of course, Texas gay marriage lawsuit now pending at the U.S. Court of Appeals in the Fifth Circuit, began planning their big day back in the spring. That was before the Supreme Court heard oral arguments. Oh, yeah? Maybe we ought to be looking into some of these judges.
Yes.
Yes, they heard oral arguments in the Obergefell and Hodges case, and that's due to be decided by early next week. They booked a Dallas venue, a band, a florist, and then a photographer and videographer. Even a Costa Rica honeymoon. Yes, they're sure the court is on their side. Quote, "We're so convinced that the Supreme Court was going to rule that our way that we're putting our money where our mouth was," says Holmes, 45, who plans to wear his former Air Force uniform for the ceremony. Well, isn't that special?
Yeah.
Then they sat in court April 28th and watched as even Justice Anthony Kennedy who has written the last 3 opinions advancing the cause of gay rights, noted that the marriage has been an opposite-sex union for a millennia. I saw dollars flying out the window, Ferris says, who's 55 years old, by the way. The pair has a couple of backup plans, none of which will postpone the November celebration. They will apply for a marriage license immediately if the court strikes down state marriage bans, but only to guard against any potential roadblock Texas could throw in their path. That's right, Texas. Do me proud. That's right. Texas could throw in their path, of course, if the court rules only that states must recognize marriages licensed in other states. They will go to Illinois and return for their Texas-sized party. We fought pretty hard for this, Holmes says. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We want to be pretty special. He actually just said we want to be pretty special. Yeah, we know you want to be pretty special. That's why we have to deal with all of this shit.
Yes.
Well, Roll, 24, and Harbuck, 27, have been planning a January 2016 wedding for about a year. They got engaged after a federal district judge in Mississippi tossed out the state's marriage ban last November. Since then, their case has been tied up at the appeals court level, along with the Texas case and the third from Louisiana. In the Deep South, it hasn't been easy. Only one of the venues they sought in the capital region around Jackson would accept same-sex marriage, Roll says. We had people that would just flat out say, absolutely not, she recalls. I wonder if she ever stopped and thought, gee, why are they saying absolutely not? Well, still the two were determined to have what Roll calls a traditional Mississippi wedding. Yes, church bells, white dresses, wedding cakes. Their guest list is hovering at about 100 after some trimming. A cousin serving in the military in South Korea plans to return for the ceremony. Everything I'm doing with the intention that Supreme Court is going to rule in our favor, Roll says. We're just planning with the assumption that it's all going to come through. Well, they better hope and pray to their Allah, whoever he or she may be.
Yes.
They better hope and pray that even if the Supreme Court okays it,
yes,
the states still have the right to vote on it, and these 34 states,
yes,
that currently allow homosexual marriage,
yes,
those states were just following the Supreme Court's previous ruling. They didn't actually let the people decide. When it goes like that with the Supreme Court, if it goes like that,
yes,
well, then we're going to have, the people of each state vote, aren't we? And then what do you think those people are going to say? That it's like me wanting to marry my dog.
Yes.
That's it. I love my dog.
Yes.
She's a good girl. I love Jenny's dog, too.
Yes.
God damn it, I want my right to marry my dog. Well, Love and Yuzna, of course, the third couple in our lovely database.
Yes.
Here. Well, they've waited longer to get married than Roll and Harbuck have been alive, and they're not willing to wait any longer. Ooh. So they're angry gay men. Well, plaintiffs in the Kentucky litigation that has been consolidated at the Supreme Court, along with cases from Ohio, Michigan, and Tennessee, the pair will have been together now 35 years this October. That's the month they've picked to wed at Clifton Universalist Unitarian Church in Louisville, Kentucky. We want to make sure we have a place. Love says about making reservations before the Supreme Court rules. It's a special date for us already. To which I say, hey, keep it special and to yourself, jerk. Well, still, Love and Yunza will wait until October 10th rather than jump on the bandwagon and have our anniversary the same day as everybody else does, Love says. We want to be special, too. Really, I'm sensing a theme here. They all want to be special, too.
Yes.
Well, Nerdlinger and Doty haven't followed the legal proceedings as closely as others. They just assume the court will rule in their favor. And if not, they just may go forward with a symbolic wedding ceremony next May anyway. The Grand Rapids couple isn't involved in state's litigation. Now, before the Supreme Court, Nerdlinger and Doty are focused more on their own body clocks at 30 and 32 and want to have children soon. What part about the birds and the bees didn't they get? Okay, we're going to get married regardless, Nerdlinger says. To us, it's just going to be a bonus if it passes. Well, every night, isn't it a bonus anyway? Of course, the couple Coffey and Swafford have an advantage over the other couples. Coffey is well on the way to becoming a Unitarian Universalist minister, whatever the hell that is. And in a pinch, he can perform marriages himself, even illegal ones. Well, they're accustomed to states that don't favor gay marriage. The Knoxville couple, of course, lives in Tennessee, one of the states involved in the Supreme Court case. Their families live in Kansas and South Carolina, two states where same-sex marriage is legal only because of federal court rulings. Like I said, wait for that state vote. That's right. If the court rules their way, Coffey 26 and Swafford 25 plan a quick courthouse marriage just in case anything goes wrong. But regardless of how the justices rule, they plan to follow through with their November wedding anyway. Oh, don't they all? They're just so... they're gonna do it, man. They're gonna... Yes, we're going to go ahead and get married in November because we want to get married, Coffey says. We don't need a court to tell us we're married or not. Christ, you know, and that's true. In the lovely wives and ex-wives I've got, I'm wondering, what's all the hubbub about? What the hell do you want any of that for?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, that's one story down for all the gayness all over everywhere today. And this next one, Jenny put together just because she's a little bitch. Yeah, she's assembled a little timeline for us. Yes, it's same-sex marriage through the years.
Yes.
Well, the past of the Supreme Court has been marked by many same-sex marriage victories and a few defeats. A few? Well, follow back with me here, back through the ages, yes, to October 10th, 1972.
Yes.
The Supreme Court dismisses Barker v. Nelson in a Minnesota case filed by a gay couple seeking to marry, quote, for want of a substantial federal question. I don't even know how that makes any sense. Well, January 1st, 1973, Maryland becomes the first state to pass a statute banning same-sex marriages. Hell yeah! That's what Daddy Crash is talking about.
Yes.
Well, May 5th, 1993, the Hawaii Supreme Court rules that denying marriage to same-sex couples violates the Equal Protection Clause of the state constitution. The Equal Protection Clause.
Yes.
I think that's the one that allows them to dress up like King Kamehameha, isn't it? Well, September 21st, 1996, of course, President Clinton signs the Defense of Marriage Act, DOMA, which would deny federal benefits to married same-sex couples. Way to go, Bill! We gotta have sex the right way.
Yes.
December 3rd of 96, a judge in Hawaii upholds the right of same-sex marriages, same-sex couples, of course, to get married. November 3rd of 98, Hawaii approves a constitutional amendment. I fricked that all up. That's Hawaii voters. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they approve a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage. See, there we go. There's a case where when you actually let the state's people decide.
Yes.
Oh, they decide right.
Yes.
Well, December 3rd of 96, a judge in Hawaii upholds the right of those same-sex marriages to couples to marry, of course. In 98, the Hawaii voters approve a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage. September 22nd, 1999, California. Fall off the edge of the earth now, please. Yes, California becomes the first state to pass a domestic partnership statute. But we all know they're pot-smoking idiots anyway.
Yes.
That doesn't count, and over half the voters are, well, illegal Mexicans. How about July 1st, 2000? Civil unions for same-sex couples become legal in Vermont. Civil unions. Yes, you can have your civil union, your cake. Yeah, you can have everything you want, just not marriage.
Yeah.
November 18th, 2003, Massachusetts Supreme Court legalizes same-sex marriage in Goodridge v. Department of Public Health. November 2nd, 2004, constitutional amendments denying same-sex marriage are passed in 11 states. Then up to September 6, 2005, California legislators again pass same-sex marriage bill, but it is vetoed by Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you know, I'll tell you this, Crash.
Yes.
I'll tell you this.
Yes.
I did it again in 2007. November 7th, 2006, constitutional amendments banning gay marriage are passed in 7 more states. May 15th, 2008, the California Supreme Court strikes down a state law banning same-sex marriage, and gay couples begin marrying a month later. October 10th, 2008, the Connecticut Supreme Court legalizes same-sex marriage. November 4th, 2008, Jenny, I'm going to frickin' kill you. California voters approve Proposition 8, which bans gays and lesbians from marrying. Okay, I like that one.
Yes.
April 3rd, 2009, Iowa Supreme Court legalizes same-sex marriage. April 7th, 2009, Vermont legislature overrides Governor Jim Douglas's veto and approves same-sex marriage. Yes, let's just buck the frickin' system while we buck each other, baby. Yeah. Well, in 2009, in May, Maine Governor John Baldacci signs a law legalizing gay marriage. In June 3rd, 2009, New Hampshire Governor John Lynch signs a law legalizing gay marriage. November 3rd, 2009, wow, 2009 was a banner payoff year for gay marriage. Yeah. Maine voters overturned the state's gay marriage law at the ballot box. See, that's the thing. They keep putting it through.
Yes.
Through all their little stupid little, well, I guess they're used to it, backdoor maneuvers.
Yes.
And then every time through this entire timeline that Jenny has faithfully put together, every time it's brought to a vote by the people, How about December 18th, 2009, District of Columbia Mayor Adrian Fenty signs a law legalizing gay marriage. Can you do that as a mayor? What the hell? Oh, I'm mayor, and you can get married here in my city. Yeah. It'll be recognized nowhere but in my city, but it's the thought that counts. July 8th, 2010, U.S. District Court Judge Joseph Toro in Massachusetts becomes the first to rule that a key section of the Defense of Marriage Act is unconstitutional now. Don't you think they checked that before it was ever introduced back in 1996 by Prej Bill Clinton? Don't you? Really? Don't just make shit up now because it suits your purpose.
Yes.
On August 4th, 2010, California's Proposition 8 is declared unconstitutional in federal district court. Yes, thank you for the $2. February 23rd, 2011, the U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder says the Obama administration will no longer defend the Defense of Marriage Act. June 24th, 2011, New York Governor Mark Cuomo signs a law legalizing same-sex marriage, more than doubling the number of Americans living in gay marriage states. In February 7th of 2012, a federal appeals court upholds the ruling that declared California's Proposition 8 unconstitutional. And there's a bunch more here coming through 2012, 2013. It just goes on and frickin' on, right up to May 20th of 2014. U.S. District Judge John Jones strikes down Pennsylvania's gay marriage ban, and the state does not appeal. Well, put it to a vote, Pecker. And there's a bunch more all through 2014. Wow, a whole bunch more through 2014 and right up into 2015, with the last one being April 28th, 2015. Supreme Court hearing oral arguments in Obergefell versus Hodges, a group of 6 consolidated cases challenging the same-sex marriage bans in Ohio, Michigan, Tennessee, and Kentucky, which, of course, is the next item up for bids on the Supreme Court is right. And there it is. That's what's going on in the gay world today. You have been gaily updated. There you go. Well, and that's a wrap for us today here. HTLA Radio 1 would like to thank the one, the only Gilbert Gottfried for being here.
Thank you for listening and support the show for the love of God.
Yes. Don't be so convicted about it. Yes. Louis, always a joy. Thanks for being here today, my friend. It was great having you, of course.
I think it should be short and sweet.
Well, your part, pretty much was. Yeah. We'll see you here tomorrow, of course, unless I decide to just mute you all altogether. Yeah. And, of course, I'd like to thank Jenny McCartney in the booth, pushing the buttons today, making us all go on the big show. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Hit me one more time.
Yes.
Yes. All right, gang. And hey, all the Spreaker.com live chat listeners, thanks. It was great having you in here today, although I paid attention to not one bloody thing anybody said. Well, no, no, that's not fair. I did actually do a couple of the Zippo lighter.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys, all the listeners on iHeart, Stitcher, Podcast Fun, all the platforms. Thanks for listening today. Thanks for bringing us with you on your drive at 5 or whatever the Christ you are driving around in. Yeah, just have yourselves a good day. We'll catch you here tomorrow for the Thursday Double coming up 3 p.m. Eastern, as always, for your coffee and cigarettes. And hey, check out that website, NewYorksBestTalk.com. It's there. I'm gone. Have a great day.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.